hello, traders. Good evening, good afternoon. This is Revan Wood. I go by SageFT online. I am the creator, founder of the Live Trading Desk, live on all of our social media platforms, and the founder and creator of SageFT.com. You can get some resources on how to improve your trading. All right, let's dive right into this. This is the Sunday night review in Rev-Up for the 22nd of June. Can you believe June is almost over here? And let's dive right into this. All right, we had a hole in the middle of last week, and there was actually some pretty important news. If I bring up the last week's news here, what we had going on was we had some really important FOMC, okay, and then what happened was they held everything steady, which is fine, whatever, it doesn't matter. But then there was a bank holiday the day afterwards, right? So that stifled everything, because most of the people that have all of the money are not going to come back on Friday when there's a holiday in the middle of the week, right? Wednesday, they'll take off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So there was really only one chance to to get some volatility going. Everything else was not so much volatility and very simple base hits. Base hits worked very well. Now, I'm not going to say that my execution was perfect until closer towards the end of the week. Then I'm going to say that it was pretty dang good. But what we had going on here was we have Friday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. And so we really went nowhere. So the plan, if you think about what we were talking about last week, or maybe even the week before, because I didn't make a Father's Day review in Rev-Up. It's Father's Day, my day off, right? So what we were looking at was, now that we're in the September contract all week last week, right? It was 603150 over under. Notice we hopscotched, jump roped, above and below it, above and below it. So how did we play it? Because we were in position one, as long as we were above, as far as I'm concerned, above the 8, but the 8 was above the 20, and we're in position one now, right? So now from here, how did we play it? Well, what we're still looking for is pullbacks on dips, right? Coming into last week. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Where would we buy the pullbacks on dips? Down here, if you got the ability. Okay, but here was the sneaky thing about the trading last week. They did these little pullbacks to exactly where everyone wanted to buy in the middle of the night when you weren't at the desk. So if your algorithm didn't run 24 hours a day and you weren't sitting there, you didn't get them. And then they would gap it up, and you wouldn't get a chance until you woke up and it was a much higher price or a much different price. So what you were able to do was go down to the 15-minute chart and just follow your KISS chart, right? Just follow your KISS chart. As long as you're on the right side of the moving averages, you have a pretty good opportunity to take advantage of a trend on a lower time frame, right? So if we're watching the 4-hour and we have a sideways trend and then sloping downwards basically all week long, you're going to look for the sells on the 15-minute chart. Okay. And so then how do we enter those? Well, you just take the 2-minute and you do the same thing. All right. So now what is the plan for next week? I'm glad you asked. Well, what I still think is they're going to do something with this all-time high breaker block. Either they're going to stay on top of it and they're going to break through to the upside, or they're going to go test the bottom side of it, or possibly even fill in this gap here. Do I know which one they're going to do? Absolutely not. I have no clue. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw it out. We're going to make some plans, right? Either they're going to hold, and now there's 3 scenarios. We go up to this high to high trend line from the all-time high. Okay. It doesn't have to be next week, but maybe it starts moving in that direction next week. Okay. Or we hold this breaker block. Okay. Or we come down here. That's the thought, right? So how would we play that? Oh, okay. Well, then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the next time frame. We're going to wait for it to pop up. We're going to wait for it to tell us to sell, and then we're going to wait for it to go into position one or fractal down, and we're going to sell. Okay. On the 15-minute, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to wait for it to pop up. We're going to wait for it to turn red again. We're going to sell. We're going to go into the 2-minute. We're going to wait for it to turn red. We're going to sell. That's what we're going to do. Here's the deal. We're not going to change anything that we're doing. So just because we have all these fancy, cool things that have shiny peel to it, folks, it's the bread and butter, right? I want to be very clear. There are more dollars put to work using moving averages than any other strategy on the planet. Fund managers, right? Algos, trend followers, trend faders, return to median, return to mean, return to average traders, bracket traders. Everyone in business has to know the average price of either the product that they have on inventory Okay, or what's the average price? What's the street price? What's the going price for the product that they sell or buy? That's going to do it for me. I'll see everyone tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. across all socials. Here's the deal: we're going to hit the 10 points, and we're gonna slide, right? As Cheryl and Bumpa used to say, right? Give them a shout out. Okay, 10 and slide. They say 5 and slide. Well, 10 points and slide. Here's the deal: if you make 10 points net, you live a very, very good life. All right. Last thing is, I want to remind everyone: use the code SageFT. If you are a micros trader, Take Profit Trader has 50-cent micros commissions. We have had no complaints about payouts. Use the link that we'll provide on this video in the description, or use the code SageFT at checkout. That's 50-cent micros commissions. I'll see everyone tomorrow morning. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. We'll see where this week takes us. We're going to take it trade by trade. We're going to wait for our process. I want everyone this week to work on recognizing impulse actions and reactions. If you made it to the end of the video, I want you to type in impulse. I'll see everyone tomorrow morning. Good night.